Hello everybody, it's Kalaveet, and today I'm narrating the set between Avocallen and Colin. Avocallen I don't know myself, sorry about that. Colin I do though, because I've played him a few times already. Got wrecked last time in Mushi League 02 actually. So Colin's a pretty good player. Also brings some funky teams like Glalie. A fellow Glalie user, you gotta respect it, right? And yeah, Colin actually asked me himself to go over this round, so you better make it a good one. Let's get into it. Okay, we got Men's Lead versus Tar Lead, one of the most standard leads in ADV OU. Sometimes they both stay in Ice Beam and CB Brick Break, or just regular Mixed Brick Break. Quite often both just switch out. Let's see. And Fortress, yep. Fortress gonna get up a spike here, presumably, and oh, EQ is not too nice into Fori. Okay, Fori into Skamri is usually what you want to see as the Fori user, just because Fori can sit on Skam, especially if there's no Gengar in the back. But there very, very well could be a Gengar on Avocallen's team. Could be something like Big 5, for example. And we might expect a Pursuit Tyranitar on Colin's team with that Fortress. Let's see, is Gengar just gonna Willow here? Yeah, Willow is a really safe click. Missed on Blissey though, so Colin misses out on some chip here. And yeah, Fortress technically has to be afraid of a fire attack from Blissey, but it's really rare. Colin playing around T-Wave here too, I really like that. Getting your Fortress paralyzed versus Skamri is really bad. If Skamri just starts drill pecking on you, or you miss your spin because of full para on a switch out from Skam, it can get really dicey. So I respect this play. Toxic blanked with Skamri here. Nice move from Avocallen. And yeah, this is what you want to do with Fori. Now, does Colin double out? No, he apparently doesn't double out, expecting a Gengar. And Zap Cannons, in fact. So maybe he also doesn't have a Pursuita and wants to punish Gengar this way. That's also something you can do with Fori. If there's no Gengar, you can just spin here though, right? Yeah. And yeah, now you pretty much just stay on the Skarmin forever. There is the Gengar though. Nice spike from Colin here. I like that. If there's a Gar on Avocallen's side, it was definitely coming in that turn. And if there isn't, you can just spin the one spike on your side away another time. And Colin goes into his Pursuita. I'm assuming it's Pursuita at least. Should be. Willow is should have probably been clicked on the switch out into Pursuita here, because now your Gengar, unless it's Giga Drain, it just dies, and there's no way around it unless you're accounting for crits, right? Let's see. And there's no Giga Drain. And Colin, in fact, just decides, okay, I'm not even gonna risk Giga Drain or T-Bolt crit shenanigans. I'm just gonna go for a crunch. It's not like anything else likes to switch into it with 2 spikes. Respectable play. Putting on the pressure here. And now this Fori can just sit on Skamri forever unless it gets roared out 10 million times. And Skamri is paralyzed, so that's not gonna happen. Okay, so Colin's in a really good position here. Just execute the general Fori Pursuit Tyranitar plan against Skarmory so far. Avocallen could double here, expecting the Fori. Okay, no, he does. Maybe he does, but Blissey wouldn't be the best one. And Colin just reveals Roar, which is fair enough. Good call on those kind of Fori teams. They can often be a little bit Jirachi weak. And yeah, Swampert should be easily able to take this Fist Tower on. Toxic, it's definitely a little bad for Pert, but I think Avocallen is definitely still in the lead here. Maybe there's an arrow last on Avocallen's team. I mean, it can really be anything on Big 5. Refresh Pert makes it even better for Avocallen. Yeah, he's so far ahead right now. I'm not sure if I could see Avocallen coming back from this. And Scarp's dead now too, so once Fori gets its basically inevitable spin-off, Spikes are gone. And Colin even has the chance to set up his third layer on Avocallen's side. And yeah, I mean, you just go for the spin first, right? No, oh, you think you're so far ahead, maybe just spike and end it early. Fair enough. And yeah. Now the question is, what is your best play versus Blissey? I guess Refresh Pert sits on it somewhat comfortably. Doesn't like taking ass tosses too much, especially with a Fist Tower here. And there's a good chance Carlin's Blissey is CM here, because his team could struggle with Suicune quite a lot. Okay, there is a Starmie, so it is just, you know, the Beer Lover 6 with different moves though. Threatens the spin. Perhaps Colin just goes into Gengar, because even if Avocallen predicts that Starmie is gonna take residual damage. And yeah, Protect here obviously makes sense. Colin just playing this down very safely for now. And yeah, there's the Gengar to just rack up the residual damage, even if Avocallen predicts it. Just to put the pressure up and let the spike stay in. This Starmie is probably never going to spin. Yeah, it's unless it's Recover, which is even then. It's probably not going to spin. So this is looking quite over. Unless, again, the Blissey can do some shenanigans here. Maybe a freeze on the Pert could do it for the Tar. And yeah, at some point, this Blissey has to switch out because of the Toxic. And then Pert gets a massive surf off on something and makes progress that way. But the longer this goes, the more threatening the Tar is. I suppose it's not DD Tar though, because it's Rock Slide Toxic, so it's not gonna sweep versus the Mence, which is presumably a Mix Mence. Nice Toxic from Carlin, catching the switch out there. Very nice. And yeah, this Swampert barely even lost that much HP in that Blissey exchange. Look at that, it's still at 72. Refresh Pert being awesome here. Fori doesn't do a heck of a lot anymore. So yeah, you can just go into that, sack health on that to get the Pert down. And now you just put up the pressure with either Gengar or Mence, yeah. Gengar means you can't get spun on by Spiky, so I like that. You just taunt here, yeah, just taunt and do your Willow next? Or just T-Bolt. T-Bolt is safer, I guess. With how bulky your Gar is, yeah, you can just afford to taunt another time, and that's a really safe way to kill the Blissey without any hacks involved. Good play from Carlin. And yeah, no, this time he's dead. You always T-Bolt here. Blissey is dead too, so that switch I didn't like. I mean, it was probably over, like 99% over, but maybe if you freeze the Blissey, crit the Gengar if you need it. Maybe Starmie can still win. So I don't like that Starmie sack from Avocallen here. And yeah, this Tyranta literally cannot stay alive for long enough, and the Blissey's dead, so it's game. Very well played from Colin. Maybe Avocallen should have... I think the biggest misplay was just not wisping the Tyranitar on the switch-in. The pretty obvious Pursuit Tar. Maybe you could have also played around it with Starmie. Going to Starmie force damage on it that way. I assume Colin would just go Blissey, but at least that racks up a Hydro plus the spikes on it. I think Willowing the Tar was just the best. Since your Gengar seems bulky enough to live one pursuit, you just try to play fast that way. And let the spikes stay up for as long as possible. Let's move on to game 2 though. Let's see. Can Avocallen make a comeback and take Colin to a game 3? Let's see. Vaporeon, oh, I love that. I love that. Vaporeon fits very well on very, very offensive stuff because it has huge power but can also create substitutes with a lot of HP and has Baton Pass. Do we have a leftovers or a select Vaporeon here? It's a leftovers version. And it's just gonna Hydro into this, or Surf into this Scumry, that's fair enough. Oh no, that's unfortunate for Avocallen. That's the last thing you wanted to see. You're not even gonna get a single spike up. Yes, says LMAO in chat. At least you revenge it with Moltres, so okay. Still pretty bad. Maybe you can play so fast against Vaporeon Magneton offense, which is presumably a physical offense team then, that the one spike might not be too necessary, but even then Scumry is just such a key wall in that matchup. That is a real shame. HP Grass on the Vaporeon, predicting a substitute perhaps, but yeah, that just dies. Colin didn't have a reason to click substitute there yet. Even if like a Blissey came in, Vaporeon lives Seismic Toss, and only if Blissey is a T-Bolt it actually breaks that sub instantly. And then you still get momentum with Baton Pass, so it was just safe to surf there. But maybe you also just didn't have a good switch into Vaporeon to begin with, and this way, it could still pass one sub potentially. Para on Celebi, let's see if it matters in any way. With Moltres being gone, I'm not even sure if you break through Celebi that easily. Do you just Ice Punch here and hope for hacks because you're so behind if you're Avocallen? Yep. With CM Celebi, it might not be a physical Vaporeon offense though. There's still like the potential with Vaporeon to go a special route. And Magneton isn't actually bad on special offense because Scumry is really annoying for special offense. So Vaporeon passes up, Celebi can CM and also Baton Pass. Maybe you have a Zapdos or something like that in the back. Maybe you could even do some stuff like Kingdra. This is a recover CM Celebi though. So I mean it could still be Baton Pass, I'm just not sure if I can fit it. Yo! Oh my god, it's completely and utterly walled by Taunt Guard. Struggled at 13. My oh my. Do you just switch out as Colin here, or yeah, you should just switch out. Fair enough. Maybe try to play around Avocallen predicting exactly that and not going for taunt. Respectable play. There wasn't much lost. Some Ice Punch damage on Jirachi. No freeze though. And it's Protect Jirachi. Okay. So probably either Asta or Fiorachi. And the Celebi successfully comes in on an Earthquake so it can recover off some of the damage here. Are you Leech Seed then? Like Leech Seed Baton Pass? I'm assuming that's a Colin risking some freezes here, but if he gets this off, yeah, there's the Leech Seed, and now Gengar with Taunt doesn't actually wall the Celebi too much, actually. I mean, it prevents it from BPing here. Yeah, there's the BP, but it also just dies over time, actually. Yeah, it's gonna die quicker than the Celebi, especially with Struggle. strong Celebi Struggle, that base 100 attack. Okay. And yeah, without the Moltres, Avocallen does not seem to be able to break through the Celebi. Toxic only does so much because, you know, you get, yeah, one more BP CM up here and then you just BP out. And, I mean, you can predict it here with your own Toxic if you're Avocallen, and maybe it isn't Lumberry. Oh my god, it's Pikachu! I just theory crafted a little bit of Pikachu yesterday with H-Clad and XT now. This one is pretty epic, but it's a nuke. It has no staying power, but it hits it like a truck. Volt Tackle with Light Ball at +2. And with the Leech Seed, it can actually stay in on Blissey here. How much does it do with Volt Tackle? I assume it has HP Grass for the Pert, and these two don't want to switch in. It's Encore too! Right, I talked about that yesterday. Encore is a demonic move that Pikachu gets for some reason. And yeah, Colin just forced to switch because there's a Leech Seeded Blissey that's locked into Softball. So, what's gonna take this hit? Let's see. That's awesome. Pikachu doing some work. And Colin straight up predicts that with an HP Grass. Wasn't even too necessary, but I guess it helps because Avocallen could make a double from Swampert into Blissey again. So Colin just plays around that and it's like, nope, you're not gonna do that. Anticipates that play very nicely. I kinda just want to see a Volt Tackle now. 55! Yeah, you should just softball. Just softball versus it. Ah, I guess you can't because of Encore though. Well, technically, you just stall it out anyway because it dies to sand, right? So, yeah, over time the Pikachu just dies and it can't even click Volt Tackle that much because you saw how much recoil that did. Look at that. Okay, there's the HP Grass again. Oh, here it comes. 55, 56. It took more recoil percentage-wise than Blissey took. That's so funny. I had a bit of a hot take. Pikachu with Volt Tackle is kind of like a pseudo explosion just because it does a lot of damage and it just instantly dies. Like, this is kind of a pseudo boom. But +2, you just claim another one here though. You just click it again, something dies. No! Goes for the T-Volt. Do you lift? Yeah, you lift that. I mean, yeah, now you get momentum, right? It makes sense. I would have said, okay, Volt Tackle would have killed anyway, but now Colin has the momentum because Avocallen has to go into something first and Pikachu dies last. So T-Volt worked too. Nice. And it's P2. Okay. Do you just attack this? Yeah, you just attack this and I assume you have something like Toxic for Blissey. Wow, that is a really, really cool team from Colin. Maybe you're also HP fighting. Nope. But yeah, Celebi just walls it because of Leech Seed plus Calm Mind. And Gengar can't really switch into thingy yet, into Leech Seed, yeah. Baton Pass into Pikachu. Best win con, to be honest. Okay, that's a nice move from Avocallen though, cause now the Celebi is forced to switch out here. Probably doesn't kill the Gengar in time with Struggle, I'm assuming. But you can just click Fire Punch here, I guess, into the Blissey. It's HP Fighting. It's HP Fighting Protect. Oh wow. And it crits the Blissey for the kill. I mean, it was kind of over already, I think. Unless you just make every single guard plane to Celebi and dodge Leech Seeds. Even then, I think it's over. Because of, yeah. Maybe it's still T-Volt Blissey, so... It could break subs, but I still think it's over. Regardless. Pikachu did too much work. Pikachu was too powerful in this one. That's funny. I love that. And yeah, Gengar is just gonna die to the next Ice Beam here. And that's game. Colin takes the 2-0 over Avocallen. That was fun. Especially that last game. Oh my god. Pikachu with Encore. This is actually the exact set that I proposed, like, or that we worked out yesterday. Xtina, H-Clad and me. Thunderbolt, literally just because, like, you just kill yourself with Volt Tackle. Because you're just too much of a nuke and you have no HP. So you have the Thunderbolt there just to preserve yourself versus something like Skarmory that straight up dies anyway. That was great. I hope you all enjoyed too. And yeah, don't forget to donate. We've got a huge prize pool already. And the more we got, the more hype it gets, right? So yeah. Feel free to chime in too. You can see me there too on the bottom left. Hope you're all doing well and see you around.